So coming to today's session, I first met Beata a few years back when I became aware of her work, and I was invited to an event that she was holding. And even though she's one of the UK's best therapists, and she has a very exclusive client list, she's kind of like the special angel, and she works very hard behind the scenes to make sure the spa and wellness industry adopt the highest standards. So, you know, she trains lots of therapists, but she's also a voice in the industry. And when I had met her, she had launched this campaign to make sure that the therapists were also looked after and not overworked, because there are certain places or certain resorts where they really overload these therapists. And as she rightly said, how can they give their clients the best care if they're burnt out? So at the time I realized, oh, this lady's a really special soul. And then I wasn't surprised that she has also now started this new initiative to push forward the very important issue of self-care, which you all know we're really big on here at Wellbeing Escapes. So Beata, welcome to our Wellbeing at Home session, and it's a big honor to have you here with us today. Where are you?
Thank you so much for such a great introduction. Thank you for having me here. I am really excited to be here today and to share with you some of my, experiences and knowledge. And I hope you can benefit from that.
I'm sure people will benefit. So I had mentioned in the newsletter that we sent out that I have experienced your online facial sessions. And I've got to say, it was a real unexpected treat for me. And I shared with you at the time that I'm not really a big facial fan. I'm not I very rarely book facials when I go to a spa or a beauty salon or anything like that. And that's mainly my aversion to the products. I always feel there's always this like product sell, and a lot of these therapists are under pressure to sell those products. And I have this, I may regret saying this in the future, but I feel like there's always sometimes this big product con going on where people are pushing their products onto us to buy them. And I feel sometimes more natural ways are better, but that's just my view. So I was really pleasantly surprised with your class, because I didn't actually know how much tension I held in my face until we did this workout. And then I started to realize, like, just all over my face, it was just so tight. And usually I'll go straight to have a massage because I want to relieve my body of the tension in my body. But this whole idea of, facial tension was quite new to me, I've got to say. And after this session I had with you, I went to bed, and I really felt my whole structure here totally relaxed. I mean, I haven't felt like that for years. So I'm a big advocate. I was, totally sold with this method of yours. But what do you think about that with regards to the whole, your method and the whole thing around facials in salons or facials in spas? What's your view?
It's very important what you're talking about, because there is big misunderstanding. We think face and we think facials, and then we narrow the whole experience to basically applying the products in a certain way. And yes, of course, this is at the DNA of the product houses. This is what they do. They're looking for the best product that could support how our face looks and how our face feels. However, this is very narrow way of approaching the face. Face is such an important part of our body. This is the bridge between inner and outer world. This is our way how we manifest who we are. We use face all the time. This is almost that mirror, that gate. Through face, we allow people connect with us. Any mimic on the face will impact others. So this is very It's amazing. I'm amazed by face for years and years and years, how amazing part of body it is. So of course, if we narrow that just to applying the product, we never address the tension in the face. We never address stress. We never address what that face really needs. And often, instead of so many products, what we need is that care, connection with the face. Just drop of oil, sometimes it's enough. I am not saying that applying the product is wrong, because many of them have a very good quality. They coming from the very good resources, and they definitely can help our skin, but they not necessarily will address what face needs, which is movement, which is proper face massage. And that is why from the beginning I differentiate myself. I never saying that I am doing facials. I do face massage, proper face massage. And this is how my clinic developed when I had my clinics in London. This is how I train therapists, always in face massage.
That's very, very interesting. I've never really heard that in all my years in this industry, you know, working with so many spas. I've never really heard that about, I've never seen that on a menu, face massage. I just haven't seen it. It's just always facials. And I agree, you know, I was a bit tough on the products. I'm sure there are loads of products that are very beneficial, but I guess my whole aversion was that kind of promotion of selling the products as part of the facial, where these poor therapists are just, you know, told her you have to sell this product. So the facial becomes aligned to the product rather than it, you know, being a therapy in its own right, which you kindly now introduced to us. So that's
exactly. And Stella, you mentioned the word therapy, because this is what it is. There is more than 100 nerve points on the face. So when you work with face in a deep, meaningful way, it's a really therapy. It's a deep healing experience for the whole body.
Yeah, that's amazing. So 100 pressure points.
Yes.
And nerve points. And how many muscles? How many muscles?
Oh, there is around 40, I believe. So it's around 40,
wow.
40 muscles. This is very complex part of the body, and many of these muscles are connected to each other. Normally, muscle is connected to the bone, but on the face, it's almost create the web of the muscles. And that is why whatever is happening on the forehead, if there is a tension on the forehead, it will impact also your cheeks, your jaw, your neck. It all works together. And the nerve points which are present on the face are related to every organ in the body. So when you massage face, you actually give fantastic wellness experience for the whole body as well.
Fantastic. I love that. So tell me why you created your method. What was behind it? And I mean, you've talked a little bit about what it is, and we're going to experience part of it today. But yeah, tell us why.
So I started as a pure massage. We founded Pure Massage back in 2002, when massage was, there was still issue with how to approach massage in this country. They were negative connotation with massage. So we decided to change that, and we opened the clinic. We were solely dedicated to massage. There was no other treatments. There was just massage. So this is how I started. Then from that, we created our massage training for the spas. Because I realized that there is lacking of advanced training in spas. Therapists receive only basic training, and they are under huge amount of treatments to perform, and they don't really know how to do that. So they burn out, they injure their bodies, and often they leave profession in a moment when they are mature enough as humans to really connect with others, which is the big loss for this industry. So we created this advanced training method for the therapist. And then I create my Aleksandrowicz system when I started to explore deeper what it is so amazing about touch, how touch can be healing. It's the first sense developed in embryo before even face is fully developed. The touch is already present. It's mother of all our senses. So if this is used in the treatment, it has profound, almost transformational effect. So I was also having my private practice in Notting Hill. I still do that. And this was the place for me to experiment, how to deepen my treatments, how to give people change, they really change when they coming in a specific moment or mood or situation, and they coming out from me, they leaving my practice feeling different, deeply changed. And then so my work was based on one-to-one and touch. This was really fundamental. And then COVID happened. And the COVID happened, and I really didn't know what to do. And I thought I cannot lose contact with people. And also they have that touch available. They have their two hands. They can offer themselves that amazing healing power of touch. How to do that? And this was the way how I started to create classes. Why I focused on face? Because in my practice, I can see how deeply damaging the myth of youth has on my clients. And we really live in the reality when we almost have to apologize for our appearance, when we lost the right to our own face, and we are told that we should look in a certain way and in a certain age, which is devastating for our natural biological growth and changes and different phases of life which we're going through. So wrinkle become the enemy, number one, while for me, this is the map of the face. This is our story. This is our journey. This is all our tears and our laughters. This is the events which we remember, which make us happier or make us more sad. This is who we are. And my classes not only give the tools how to take care of the face in a cheap, very affordable and very effective way, but also to reconnect with the face, to celebrate that uniqueness of each of us, because this is our beauty. This is our beauty, that each of us has different face, and that face emanate with its own energy based on our experiences. And there is nothing wrong that the skin is changing. There is nothing wrong that we have more of this line here and there, because it means we lived our life. It means we took on that journey through life, and we're ready for the next phase of that. This is very, very important part of my work, always was and still is. I basically believe that all this wrinkle stuff is just the bollocks. I cannot agree with that. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
Oh, wow. I want to put you up on I don't know, put you in Trafalgar Square there and let you tell the world about that. It's so inspirational, Beata. Thank you for that. It's so very true. Look, just from the comments, you know, media, the media in particular pushes this view of youthfulness, and I have met so many women as well as they're getting into, and actually not just women, men too, who are getting into their 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond, who become obsessed with a wrinkle or that they're losing their youthful look. But actually, in my view, they become more beautiful because of the reasons that you've so beautifully described to us. It is really, really true. Look at these comments. Seriously, thank you for celebrating individuality and longevity. Absolutely, Cheryl. And that's really, really what it's about. And yet, look, I think with being happy and healthy and working out your muscles, you can actually look very beautiful and healthy anyway. And we can see that from your face. Look at you glowing. I shared with Beata earlier that I went to have a massage recently, and the therapist asked me if I had if she could massage my face, which I love. I love having my face massaged, and there's something that they don't usually do. But then before she went to do it, she asked me if I had Botox, and I was so horrified by that. But we then had a conversation, and she told me how many younger women are doing this, are having Botox, women in their 20s, just to achieve this kind of idea of perfection, which actually isn't really perfect, to be honest. Anya, if you want to see Beata on the screen, you have to change your view to speaker view at the top of the screen, so then you can see her beautiful face.
If I can just add something what you said, Stella, if you allow me. For the young women, this is really crime what is happening, because the young person is just shaping their own identity. Very often they don't know yet who they are. Very often they are fragile on that exploration of who they are. And this is the moment when they are very open for any suggestions. Which help them to navigate through life, which helps them to identify themselves. And if they receive this kind of information, which is based obviously on the very cynical desire for profit, because the companies are very they profit from that need in young women to change who they are, then this is really very deeply damaging, and in my opinion, it's just immoral. You need to support young girls to find who they are. You need to support them that they are okay who they are. You need to help them to look for their uniqueness, instead of selling them stuff which makes them all look the same. I sometimes go into the train and I see 20 or 30 women who look the same. They are young women who just looking somehow to manifest themselves, and they are very fragile because it's that first phase of their life. So I think the problem is much deeper than we want to address, and has a much long effect that we want to admit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for that. I think we should just get on with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, yeah. So if everybody can just make sure they mute themselves, get yourselves your glass of water. I hope you've had your water this morning. Beata, you'll tell us why, I'm sure.
Yes.
And your cream or your oil, and we're ready to roll.
Great, good. So yes, water is fundamental. The beauty of the face is hydrated skin. So please, if you still have issues with water and your relationship with drinking water is so, I really recommend you take it seriously, because the skin on the face gets very thin with time, and we need to make sure that it's hydrated. It's great to start the day from the glass of warm water, not cold, not hot, just lukewarm water. It's almost like a shower for all inner organs, all systems in the body. Then it's good to also add the lime or lemon to that, because it will help to alkaline the whole body. It's a good ritual to start the day like that. Before classes, if you come to my classes, you will see that we always start from drinking the water, and we always finish with drinking the water. With face massage, you release lots of toxins. So after treatment, it's important again to drink water to flush it away. This is the first thing. And before we start, there are few principles of face massage. First of all, your hands needs to be light. Please don't come to this class with the agenda that you want to change your face and you are ready to that and focused, and no, face doesn't like it. Face like everything what is soft, face like everything what is loving and caring and forgiving. So your hands need to be really, really light. Think about it that it's like playing on a harp. almost, but you are this amazing instrument which you will play on. A second important thing is the shoulders. Shoulders needs to be relaxed down. As you see, I am arm bare. I don't have any clothes on me because massage starts from chest. And that is why you received in your email request to make sure that you will have access to your shoulders and to your neck. It's really important. Third thing, don't apply too much pressure. It's not how deep you will apply the pressure, it's how many times you repeat the movement and what is your intention. So come from the space that you almost want to help your face to appear. It's come with curiosity, that if you would allow your face to breathe and to relax, what you would see. Beautiful face is relaxed face. This is not the face without wrinkles. This is not the face without any marks, spots. No, this is the face which is relaxed. When face is relaxed, there is the light coming from inside, and you can see that in the eyes of the person. And this makes you beautiful. So this is the basics. So make sure that you have some tissue. Make sure that your hair are supported. We don't want any hair on the face. Make sure that you have oil or cream, something what you would normally use. And we start from breathing. Why we start from breathing? Because we need to oxygenate our face. It's very important. When face is oxygenated, everything flows. There is the energy flow, there is the lymph flow, and you not only feel it on your face, you feel it in your whole body. I cannot really see. Oh, now I can see many of you. I changed the setup. Oh, great! I can see all of you. Give me a second. I can go through. Perfect. Some of you have switched off the camera. Okay, great. So now I know to whom I'm talking about. Great, and I can see you. Ready? Yes, make sure, take off the top. It's really, really important. And even if it means to go and take a towel, you see, I have this kind of sarong around my arm, so it helps me to be free in my movement. It's really important. Okay, so are you ready? You ready? Good, great. So sit straight, close your eyes and take deep breath in into your nose and breathe out through your mouth. But allow yourself for the loud out breath, because with the sound you release lots of tension. Again, in, out, and again, in, out, and again, in, out. Great. And because it's early morning and Stella asked to do face workout class, because I have different classes, we will go for the class which is invigorated class, which gives you more energy. So breathe in again. Lift your shoulders as close to your ears as possible, and on an out breath, really do it loudly. I cannot see you, we are all mute, so you can really be loud. And again, in, perfect. Let it go, let it go. Again, in, yes, all that tension, worries, concerns, let it all go. Again, in, great. Now, rotate your right shoulder a little bit, backwards and forward, just a little bit, to allow yourself for the energy to flow. And left one, backwards and forward, and backwards and forward. Great, and both, forward. Yes. Feel that opening in your chest. Start to breathe deeply. Release yourself from all worries and forward in the range which is safe for you. Don't force anything. Don't force anything. It should be fun. We just go through few techniques today, which I hope will give you the sense what my classes are about. Okay, perfect. Very good. And now the face which is slim, the face which is not puffy, this is the face when lymphatic drainage flow freely. On my Sunday class, I spend lots of time on the lymphatic drainage, but today we will just do one technique which help to drain the lymph from the head all the way down. Above the collarbone, we have two amazing lymph glands, amazing lymph nodes, which collect all that lymph, and then body knows what to do with that. So how we do that? We cross our hands, we use fingers, we put them behind our ears, and very gently, like you would stroke the cat, you just slide along both sides of your neck towards that lymph node and you leave it. So you don't cross, you just direct the fluid down. Exactly. And you see, if you do it very gently, you can experience that power of touch. We sometimes need that hug, that cuddle, and often there is nobody around, but we can give it to ourselves. We can do that. It's like you would stroke the cat, and you are this cat, and you can give yourself that nice warmth, gentle touch. More time you repeat that, it's better. Lymph likes the repetition and stimulation. And a few more times you can close your eyes and you will feel how reassuring, relaxing, warm and nice it is to do. So when you feel stress, when you feel really nervous, or when you feel really lonely, just do that. Do that to yourself. It's very nurturing. Great, perfect, fantastic, good. And now we will apply the oil or cream. Don't apply too much of oil because then you will have no grip on the muscle. But if it's not enough, it will stretch the skin unnecessary. So the middle is really important in that. Start always from the chest and go up because we want to lift. We don't want to pull any muscles down. Do it slowly. I know that many of you are trained by life to be strong and resilient and fast and deliver and etc. That class is the chance for you to approach yourself a little bit differently, with more tenderness, with more delicate way. Then cheeks. Oh, I have too much oil. I don't need so much oil. And then forehead as well. Forehead as well. Great. Perfect. Yes, I still have too much oil on my chest. Great. So we start from the technique which I name face salutation. Those of you who do yoga, you know how amazing, profound, and complete sun salutation is. It really works on the whole body. The same is with face salutation. There are 3 phases of the movement which stimulate the whole face. And this you can do when you apply your cream in the morning or evening. You can always do that technique. So we place hand on the chest, we press in, we cross, and then we lengthen the neck and we flip under the jaw. And again, exactly, John. I knew that it will end that way, that you will take this t-shirt off. There is no other way to do this massage. Crossing, lengthening and flipping. So what do we do here? We release the tension from the chest, we lengthen the neck and we lift the jaw. So don't go to the cheek, that stay on the jaw. And again, cross, lengthen, and lift. And again, chest store lots of tension. It's very emotional part of our body. So we want to release that. And as you see, I am not sitting straight. I'm almost moving because it's a very calming and soothing motion in the body. It's like a waves of the ocean. Great. Soft hand. Remember, there is no outcome there. Only outcome is here that you just enjoy that. That's it. And again, cross, lengthen the neck, bring that leg out and flip the jaw. You should start to feel the warmth on your chest. It's a good sign. It's a sign that you allow the system to receive more oxygen. Great. Now we go to the jaw. Rest the jaw on the edges of the palm, like, you know, from 30s, these pictures of the ladies in a swim cap looking beautiful. This is what we want. But really edges of the palm on the jaw, no cheeks. Breathe in, head down, and on the out breath, slide up to the temples. Exactly. And again. And you see how important is that your hands are light. And again, please keep head down because we don't want any pressure on the back of your neck. And up. And up. It's just lifting the jaw. Don't go on the cheeks. Just be on the edge. Lifting the jaw. Super. And again. And up. And up. And up. And up. And let's connect these two movements. Chest and jaw. Chest, neck, and jaw. And again, chest, neck, and breathe. Breathe. Use your breath. Breath is the cheapest medicine you can imagine. Breathe all the tension. Just let it go. Release that face from any tension. Good. Jaw. Up. And up. And up. And up. Fantastic. Well done. Now we go to the cheeks. What we want these apple cheeks. Sometimes people ask me how I got them. And I'm saying I got them by doing twice a week my classes, which is really true. If you do your massage regularly, twice a week, no more often, no often than that, because it's a deep work, you really you change the shape of your face. So we go to the cheeks. We use the edges of our index fingers and we slide down. And now once we reach the cheeks, we want to lift them. It's almost like you would like to lift them and you take them with you up to the temples. And again, don't apply too much pressure. Some of you may feel discomfort when you are somewhere here. Some of you may feel pain. It means that you are very stressed because they are energy lines, they are energy channels, and it means that you really, really stress. Again, and up. And again, and up. It's like bringing these cheeks out. Great, perfect. And you could really feel the warmth. They are very happy. They want to be seen. So, perfect. Very good. One more time. And again, let's connect chest, neck, and the jaw. Chest, neck, and jaw. And again, chest. It's like really like dancing with the waves. Why it's important that you also allow yourself to move, because it takes you from that rigid stage of tension and uncertainty, which we all feel now. Jaw up and up and up and up, and the cheeks up. Let it breathe, let it breathe. Good. And now we go to the forehead. What we want for the forehead, we want to lift the forehead and open. It's usually very tight because of the pressure which comes from the scalp. So how we do that? We use edges of our index fingers, and again, we slide through the middle line, and then we open like a book. Exactly. And again, you breathe in, really breathe out. In, it's like you would take the splash, like you would splash the face with the cold water on the very hot day. Again, open that. Yes, yes. Reveal your beautiful face. Fantastic. One more time. Great. Very good. Now we go through all phases together. We will do it a little bit faster because it's a workout. So breathe in, hand on the chest, and we go. 1, 2, and flip. 1, 2, flip. 1, 2, flip. 1, 2, flip. Jaw up, 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 up. Cheeks, lift them, take them with you up to the temples. And the forehead, up, and up, and up, and up. Great. Now we will take care of the muscles of the jaw. This muscle, if they are tight, they literally pull the face down, and then we have that sagginess, that feeling of heaviness on the face. So we want to stimulate them, give them tone again. And we be quite bold with them. We will use our knuckles. So we will place the soft part of your knuckles just at the back of your jaw, where this big muscle is. How you recognize that muscle? If you place your hands and you move your jaw left and right, can you feel that? It moves under your fingers. This is that muscle. The name is masseter muscle, and it really, really needs to be released. So we place the soft knuckles. I'm using my thumb under the jaw, resting. It helps me to relax my hands, and you start to knuckle that back of your jaw. Always out, not in, out, because we want to open the face. Be soft, please. Don't be punishing towards your face. You want to support your face. Great. Some of you do it really, really intentionally. Close your eyes and allow all this tension. You are surprised probably how much tension you hold there. Just let it go and feel that warmth spreading from the muscles. Fantastic. Now you go a little bit closer to the jaw, but stay on the jaw. Don't go on the cheeks. Just here, head down, no pressure on the back of your head, no pressure in the shoulders, and even closer to the chin. Chin store lots of emotion, especially unspoken ones. All those which we don't want to share or we don't know how, it's there. And again, go backwards and give that good stretch and release. You see, it's that way. Perfect. Fantastic. And again, closer and out. Good. You should really start to feel the difference. Now we will use our fingers. Left hand is resting on the left side of the face. Right hand, spread your fingers. Use your thumb. So you almost hold the jaw between your thumb and your fingers start to circulate from the chin all the way out to the ear. And again, you're really giving, it's like you will hold the jaw. Don't be afraid. It's a strong bone there. We often are suppressed in the way how we express ourselves because we were told to be strong. We were sometimes told, do not express any feelings, do not show them. This will be all stored in our jaw. And then it will impact our neck and our shoulders as well. Great, opposite. Yes, good. Very nice, very nice. Again, keep this kind of rhythm in that and feel how nice it is to do that, to give your face that release. And breathe out, use your out breath. Free yourself from any tension. Good, perfect. Now we will use index finger and middle finger. We will sandwich the jaw and slide all the way up. All the way up. We want to shape that jaw, that line. We want face to look and feel lifted and supply with oxygen. Opposite, up to the ears. Great, very good, very good, great. Perfect, and again, chest, neck, jaw, chest, neck, jaw. You feel now much relaxed, you know how to do that, so start to enjoy that. Good, jaw, up, 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 and up, and cheeks to the temples, and the forehead, open forehead, open it, open and open. Let's go now to the cheeks, and first let's work under the cheeks. We will use our fingers again, use your thumb resting underneath, but fingers will just circulate under, but intention is to lift that cheeks, let them breathe, expose them. And if you feel tension or even pain, do it gentler, but don't stop to do that because it means you really need that stimulation. It means there is blockage in energy flow. And again, go up to the ears, and again, underneath, underneath, underneath. Good, one more time. Underneath, lift, lift. You should really feel good burn now on your face. Can you feel the warmth on your face? Fantastic, great. And now on the cheekbones, but be gentler because skin is thin here. So here more gently, so you can practice how gentle you can be towards yourself. Just gently, gently. We don't want to stretch the skin unnecessary. Go to the temples, and again, on the cheeks, gently. It's like you would talk to your face. Come on, just relax, give it all up. Show me your beauty. Great. And now stay on that temples, flat fingers on the temples, and slowly make the circles up, out, down. If you can rest your elbows on the table if you're very close. If not, just keep your elbows down on your chest and very slowly close your eyes and allow yourself to release any stress, any concerns. Just let it go. Don't hold on to that. It's a past already. Just let it go. Let it go. Resentments, grudges, reproaches. Just don't allow this to stop you to live your life. Let it go. Great. Good. And open your eyes. And again, fingers on the top of your cheeks. One more time. Great. Now we go to the lips. Lips are really important. We talk all the time. So they working. Many of you are concerned about the lines above the upper lips. So I show you techniques which works like the collagen without putting any collagen. It's very nice technique, and it really brings lots of blood around the lips so they feel alive, they feel full. How you do that? First, we will do preparation to that, and we will circulate using soft finger pads of both your hands gently. Again, my thumbs are resting underneath. Just warming up. We often tight our lips. We do this kind of face, especially when we are not listened, when we are not heard. It's frustration. It comes there. But today you are listening your face, and you're giving your face what the face needs the most: your time, your attention, your care. And now use just the right hand, left can just rest, and use your middle finger and start to rub. Just rub above the lip line. It's not desperate, an aggressive way of trying to remove any lines from your face. It's just to bring the oxygen to them so they can be integrated into your skin. And the opposite. Left hand may be not so fast, doesn't matter, it will still work. And now both. Great. And now also straight out just to the corner, not down, to the corner. And again, and again. Rub, 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 rub. Great. And stretch out. Perfect. And again, our second movement from this face salutation, lift all that, lift all that. Great. We have also that lines here, and this is very important line. Stella mentioned about it. This is the sign of our laughter in life. This is the most important lines we can have, and we should be so proud of them, because it means we were able to distance ourselves many times in our lives and just laugh when everything looked like we should cry, but we laugh, and this is that lines. But we don't want them to be sharp. We don't want to look rough. We want them to be soft and nicely integrate in the skin. How we do that? Left hand on the right cheek, which will prevent stretch of the skin. Right middle finger, slowly, very slowly, just cross that lines and rub them. Rub them. It's like celebrating them, but giving them that attention. And now you can speed it up a little bit, but your finger has to be very gentle. If you do anything faster on the face, you need to release the pressure. Very gently, really, really exercise how gentle you can be. And just bring as much oxygen between these lines. Give them that fluid that they need. Perfect. And the same on opposite. Right hand on the left cheek, left middle finger, touching that lines with love and appreciation. Gently, gently, gently. And you can rub a bit faster. just give them that elasticity. Great. And now middle fingers on the outer part of the eye, and just circulate to the middle and press into. And again, gently, gently, very gently. Great. Perfect. And now middle finger of your one hand, my thumb is resting on my cheek. Just circulate that line between your eyebrows. This is that line. This is that tension stored there through years or generations. We don't need that. We don't need that. So just give yourself nice circulation here. Release that. Release that. All these unspoken emotions, it's better to say them than to express them on your forehead. Good. And now use two fingers, and what you did here and here, you will also do here. It's just alternate rubbing, but very softly, that rub alternate in an alternate way. Great. Perfect. And now go a bit higher. Again, my thumbs are resting on the chin, on the cheeks, and just short movements up and down, short movements, and through the whole forehead. Face massage, if it's done well, it's a great exploration for the skin. So you should feel afterwards the change in the texture. And opposite side. Good. And speed up a little bit, a little bit. Give it good warmth. Perfect. And now use one hand and lift and open. Through the middle and open. Yes. Allow yourself to go taller with that movement. Great. Like a beautiful statue. Fantastic. Great. Perfect. And let's go back to the chest again, and crossing and lengthening and flipping. Cross, lengthen. And breathe and feel that freedom, that playfulness in you, that joy of the moment, liberation from everyday struggles and problems. I have comments from people who join my classes regularly that it really helps them in this lockdown to connect, to relax. So it's not only visual change, it goes much, much deeper than that. Cheeks, breathe, enjoy, and forehead, and forehead. And again, and again. Great, perfect. How are you feeling? Good, great. So now let's tap your forearms, just tapping, and upper arm, and give yourself good tap. Well done, you did it. You could be in a million places this morning, but you decided to be here and now, and you did something great for yourself. Opposite hand. It's very good for stimulation. If you feel during the day lack of energy, just do that. It will really help. And again, and a little bit on your chest, gently, with proud, with pride. Exactly, exactly. And done. Well done. Well done. Great job. Great job. So this was obviously kind of teaser to the class which I do twice a week. But what is important in that, that if you really want to make a change on the face, you need to look inside and outside. because what we think, what we feel will also be represented on the face. So I highly recommend you look at that negativity, look at the thought patterns, and maybe create that ecology of your mind as well. Because this is important. This will be also seen on your face. So let's have a water. Let's drink water now, and let's have a toast for our eternal beauty.
Wow.
Great.
I can see lots, well, the people who have left their cameras on, I can see lots of glowy faces. I mean, they look amazing. And lots of smiles as well. Like the difference in everyone's demeanor from when we entered the class to now is amazing. Like, really beautiful. Thank you so much. That was so lovely.
You know,
And
what is very nice about these classes is that this allows us to be together, because I didn't want to create seminars or workshops. I really wanted to do classes, because it's not really fun to sit in front of the mirror and do all these techniques. It's not fun. But if you do it together for this half an hour, it changed everything. It also gives sense of belonging and connection, which we need now more than ever, because we live in a very isolated world and very unsecure world. So this is also very, very important. So I highly recommend you join my classes. If I can, Stella, say the
well, I will. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you actually. So. We're going to put the details in the follow-up email that we always send, but Beata, please tell them your classes, the times, the dates, and the costs as well, so people know, and then they can...
So the cost is £10 per class. The classes are on Thursdays and Sundays. On Thursdays, there are 3 classes, 8 a.m., 12:30 lunchtime, and 8:30 evening. Why I do that 3 times per day? Because some people prefer morning than evening, and also women live in different time zones. So to open classes in the morning allows people from Australia, for example, to join my class. For them, it's the evening. And then it's a class on Sunday. The name is Face Spa. This class is longer, lasts 45 minutes, also 8:30 p.m. And this class is slower class. In this class, we also meditate, we breathe together, we address this inner part of the face, which needs to be also embraced. So this is the classes, Thursday, 8 a.m., 12:30 lunch, and 8:30 p.m., and Sunday, 8:30 p.m. All of them is GMT. It's the UK time, let's say.
And they're on, if you follow the link to Beata's website, we put that on the newsletter, you'll see all the details there, and then you can sign up there. That's no problem. Just a couple of final questions before we sign off. There was a question about, somebody asked, how can people contact you to have, do you still do treatments yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And they can find you on your website, right?
Yes.
How to contact you.
Thank you for that question. Yes, I do online one-to-one sessions. And of course, at the moment I don't, it's lockdown, but I also have my quite busy practice in London as well. So for any questions, any request, just send me email on info@beata.website, and I respond to that.
Okay, wonderful. There was a comment here, I think it was from Maureen, about grinding of teeth and jaw. And I've got to say, I do that too. And I did one of Beata's classes in the evening, and I felt the difference at night. So maybe nighttime is a good time to do evening classes, or massage in the evening is better for that, right?
Grinding is a very common problem. I worked in the past with the dentists. We worked together to help people to release that. It's always related to stress, always. Very often it's related to 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 that belief that we can achieve something by strengthening our muscles. You know, we sometimes want something so much that we will hold our muscles, we will hold ourselves, and we will go. And although it may give illusion of the power, it actually doesn't, because it blocks all muscles, and then the energy flow is locked and oxygen doesn't come to the muscle. And with the time, it make the changes in the muscles and in the alignment of the bone. I work a lot with people who have a jaw problem, and it's possible to reverse that, but it has to be gentle way, it has to be repetition. So classes are perfect for that, because we address the jaw a lot in a different ways. Today you just got few techniques from my classes, but it's important to do that. Otherwise it will impact, it will create headaches, it will create stiffness in the neck, stiffness in the shoulders. It will not allow you to move freely, which means you'll be very restricted in your life.
Well, possibly if you would be kind enough to join us another time, you can do us a class on a session on the more relaxing and the jaw. If we could do that in the future, that would be amazing.
Yes, of course we can talk about it.
Yeah.
To be honest, the regularity is the key here.
It's regularity, sure, absolutely.
Key, because we create patterns. We learn how to tense our face. And as much time as you spend to learn how you tense your face, you need to spend time to learn how to de-stress your face. Sure. It's almost like changing the muscle memory. This requires regularity. And again, I'm coming back to my classes. That is why they are twice a week, because I believe, and I have the comments from women. Some women are from me since April when I started. And they see that through that regularity, they feel the change. They see the difference in the structure of the face as well. But they are this most dedicated one with the high level of integrity. We don't have this high level of integrity. We go to the classes and then we drop them, but then we go back. More or less, when you keep that regularity is important. And you will see, you will wait for that class almost, because you will know that this is that time for yourself. So it has also that emotional element in that. It's very healing, very healing.
Yeah. And also the fact that we can use our own hands to heal ourselves and make ourselves feel better is very important, isn't it? Something that you can bring there, because we always put that to somebody else, you know, that responsibility we give to somebody else to make ourselves feel better through touch, you know, but to use our own touch, it's a very important aspect. Yes. There was a couple of questions about...
Excuse me, may I just comment on that? That yes, we sometimes feel dispowered. We think that if we don't go to somebody, we cannot do anything. And look how much you can do with just your two hands. So I agree, Stella, it brings the power back to us. But there is also other element, and I touched that. You know, my classes, I started do them in a lockdown when I realized how many people got isolated. They lost contact with family members. They were really alone. And I was very worried what will happen with our emotional health. And when we will use that ability to hug and touch. I am a big ambassador of touch. I did lots of work in Africa around touch. I truly believe that we need touch. Touch is fundamental for our mental health. So, but sometimes we are alone. Sometimes there is really nobody around us. And the end of the day comes and we feel lonely. So if we have these two hands and we can just hold our face for a moment or place our hands on our chest and breathe, it's priceless. It's priceless. It brings us back to who we are. It's very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. There are some other questions here. about, actually, there's loads of questions. If you don't mind just staying with us a bit longer, that would be great. Because there's loads, and they're all good questions. So there was something around dark circles under the eyes and bags under the eyes, which is similar, I guess. So
yes, so face represents everything what is happening in your mind, in your body, in your heart, in your emotions. This is the brutal truth about face. Face really shows if you're happy or if you're not happy, if you stress, if you're not stressed, if you eat well or you don't, if you sleep or not, if you drink enough water or not, if you are healthy or not. So of course, dark circles will represent something, and there are many theories what they do. Usually they are related to the work of the kidney, of the liver. Very often it's a sign that your liver and your kidney doesn't work in the most efficient way. Sometimes this is almost coming from generation to generation. Sometimes this is emotional. It's related to the depression, because when we are depressed, we don't breathe. I talked today that breath is the cheapest medicine, in a sense that breath gives us oxygen. That oxygen goes literally to every cell of the body. Imagine, like in the school, like in a kindergarten, imagine that every cell has its own lungs. So when you breathe in, you literally bring that oxygen to every cell in the body. And this is the chance for every cell to give away the toxins and bring the oxygen. Every cell in the body. This is how important it is. If that cells don't receive the oxygen, they don't have a chance to regenerate. And if they don't regenerate and they are under attack of toxins, which we have from pollution, from stress, from food, then it's very difficult for the body to keep that restoration element. So always think from the bigger perspective. If something is happening on the face, what is happening with my body? Okay. Chinese medicine is fantastic in that. This is really great source of knowledge and way to go if you feel that something is really, really happening with your face.
great, thank you. That's so true, isn't it? It's brilliant, brilliant reminders and advice, Beata. How about saggy neck muscles? Is that, can we reverse that?
Yes. So I don't know if we can reverse, and I don't know if this is all about reversing, because if we're saying reverse, it means we want to deny who we are and we want to be this 20 years old or 30 years old, but we can't, and we should, because we are here. There is the purpose why we're here. We are coming here to be born, and we're coming here to depart one day, and we have this life, and this life goes through different phases, and different phase open something new for us. So there is both biological journey as much as it's emotional journey, and we need to allow that biological journey take place as well. But we can do it in a beautiful, graceful way. So this is the introduction. And now about the neck. So it's not about reversing, but we definitely can keep neck in a good shape. Definitely. So first of all, it's important how you apply oil or cream. Never down, always up. Okay, don't stretch your skin unnecessary. The skin on the neck is very thin. They are great face exercises which you can do. Yoga is fantastic, because with yoga, everything in yoga is about the lengthening the body, lengthening, opening. This will definitely help the neck muscles as well. Massage, shoulder massage, back of the neck massage will supply that muscles in the oxygen. Posture. If we go through life, because of our life experiences, we sometimes don't have too much to be proud of, or we don't have sometimes too much to be happy about because we're going through difficult times, this will reflect in the posture. We will rather put our head down. We will rather round our shoulders to protect ourselves and to be almost invisible. If we do that over and over and over and over again, it will have impact on our muscles as well. So it's important to lift that head. It's important to open that chest. It's important to acknowledge yourself, to say yourself, hey, I am here. I've been here 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. I went through so much, and yet I am here, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I went through a lot. So this will help you to sit differently, to stand differently, and this will definitely support your neck muscles as well. And black and also warm and cold. Oh, I didn't told you about it. Warm and cold is very important. This is one of the oldest wellness and well-being therapy, using cold and hot. So what I do, I know I might frighten some of you, but I really use cold showers. I really do. Of course, sometimes I feel very fragile and it's very difficult for me to do that, but I really do that. I take the shower and I always finish with as cold water as I can take on the day. Why? Because it's a stimulation. It's an immediate blood stimulation, more oxygen, toning the muscles. It all will make a difference.
Yeah, yeah, that is. It definitely works for the brave.
Yes.
Definitely works, but you know, you get used to it. You can get used to it, so it becomes less of less traumatic each time you do it.
At the moment, it's very loudly. At the beginning, it's with lots of
yeah. It's all to do with how you breathe. Like I don't know if anyone in this community has heard of Wim Hof, who is a very famous breath work guy, and he talks a lot about using the breath to deal with cold water. So you can look him up if you want to use cold as a way to oxygenate and tighten skin. I actually went for a very, you know, the sea here is quite cold right now, well, for me, and so I went for a swim yesterday in quite cold water because I had an issue with some of my joints, and it really helps me with my ankle and my foot. So
it's very good
for the side, and it's good for the face. So
very good for the face. So for example, in the morning when you wake up and you feel sluggish and you feel that the face is not breathing, just splash the face with the cold water.
Yeah.
Okay, or use the face towel and put that in a cold water and hold on the face. It's amazing. Within the second, you receive so much oxygen in the face. You see difference.
Yeah, I just want to read out a comment because I'm sure you don't have time to read as you're talking, but this is from Mandy. Thank you so much, Beata. It was wonderful. She had the pleasure of having a pure massage, back massage at Dormy House, which was the single most amazing massage she's ever had, which was designed by you. So freed up her back like no other massage she'd had before. So she's looking forward to joining your face classes. Alexandra, yes, I agree. It's so nice doing it with other people. I think it makes it special than just kind of standing yourself. It just, it makes it a different experience.
Yes, because
so there's a good question here, because that happened to me the first time I did one of your classes as well. She got a bit tense, Jocelyn got a bit tense in her back and shoulders while doing it. Is that in terms of where she was maybe putting the pressure and how she was holding her arms and her shoulders?
Yes, so that is why as you noticed, I so much talking about relax your shoulders, don't bend your head backwards, keep your light hands. Absolutely. This is sometimes happened on the first class because we want to do it well. We don't know techniques yet. So it's important. But then when you continue and you get to used to do that, it's all gone. But it's important that you keep your body very relaxed. You always keep did you notice there was no movements when you would lift your arms? Everything was down, elbows were down, so there is no pressure on the forearms, there is no pressure on the hands. I do my job for 24 years. I am therapist 24 years. I never been injured, nothing, and never happened to my body related to my work. So it's all about the posture and breathing and relaxed body.
Sorry, I keep muting myself. Sorry. So I think that's it. Lots of people interested in the classes, and lots of brilliant inspiration. Thank you so much. Oh, actually, one more question. Somebody's asked about these electric devices like Casey and NuFace.
Yes.
I know my mother used to use those. She kept trying to convince me to go, but I wasn't attracted to them. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yes. So lots of people ask me questions about it. They are definitely effective. In a sense that they work on the muscles. They do. It's like going to gym. If you go to gym on a regular and you turn your biceps, you will create that muscle. So on that level, they work. What I believe it's missing and what is important for me, that they not necessarily give that softness and natural appearance of the face, which I believe it's very important, because if face is tense and we exercise on the tense face, we tense the face even more. And what we want to soften the face. We want to bring oxygen to the face and then work on the muscles. So when I do one-to-one sessions with my clients who come into me, what I do first, I release the tension. It's like the painter who has a canvas. First, it has to be clean white canvas, and then you create on that. So that releasing the tension and then building the muscle strength. But definitely on a level of muscles, they work. They just a bit boring because you don't use the touch, you just use the tool. So it's treating yourself in a very mechanical way. It's almost like you would say, there is something wrong with me, so I will massage this cheek until it will be as it will be. It works for many people. It not necessarily works for me, because I believe that face deserves more than that.
Wonderful, thank you. I think we've really overrun. We could go on and on. We could talk for hours about this subject. But thank you so much for your inspirational words, your wonderful technique. I mean, it was just so lovely, and I was very happy to see all those glowy faces as well. It's just amazing.